Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. If you have noticed, I've been doing a lot of brand spotlights lately where I take a brand that maybe even I'm not that familiar with and introduce us all to it by doing a full face of that brand. Some I'm familiar with, some I'm not. This is a somewhat new one to me, and let me explain. Today we're going to talk about a brand called Ciate London. Now, you might be doing a double take because you might say, isn't that nail looks? And yes, so many of us are familiar with Ciate London because of their beautiful nail looks. But they have delved into, for a while now, the makeup and beauty side of things, and they are really doing a great job making fairly priced but beautifully performing products. So today we're going to do nearly, pretty much all, a full face get ready with me with just Ciate London products. I'm super excited to introduce you guys to the brand. Now they were kind enough to send these products over to me and I was super excited to get them because I had been thinking about the brand and wanted to try them. So I was so excited to receive this gift from Ciate London. I thank them so very much and I want to show it all to you, but I've linked it all below for you to get. The prices are so superb, and we're going to do a full face from this beautiful olive eye look that I have here. We're going to talk about two different mascaras. We have setting spray, blush, two different lip glosses. We've got primers, an under eye powder, setting powder, all sorts of good stuff. So I'm really thrilled to be able to share my journey into Ciate London with you, and I am thrilled to work with them and have them collaborate with me on this video. Stay right there. Okay, so I have my complexion products on already, most of them. We're going to do powder in a moment, but I did the primer off camera. So there's two primers to choose from. This Watermelon Burst Hydrating Primer, which is $28, and the Dewy Skin Glass Glow Primer, also $28. And I had to decide between the two. The watermelon has a beautiful watermelon scent, which I know a lot of people don't want that, but it's a really kind of fun, fruity, kind of gourmand scent to it, and it does dissipate, but I actually like it. And you'll see here in the video, I ended up going with the Dewy Primer because I wanted to put on my matte Gucci foundation today, and I like a nice dewy primer underneath that. So you'll see me opting in the little video there when I had nothing on my face for putting on the glowy primer, the Dewy Skin Glass Glow Primer for $28. I thought that was really just the right choice. Now we're going to move on to this translucent powder here. This is the Extraordinary Translucent Powder, and it is $22. And what I'm going to do with it is pretty much what I do with all of my translucent powders. I like to apply it under the eye and around the nose, the places where my foundation and concealer are most likely to just kind of wear away. And I like a good translucent powder for that. I also like to go onto the eye. This is a Sonia G Sky Brush, and it just kind of makes everything settle in. You can do two things. You know, this has the little holes and you peel off. You can do, which a lot of people like better than the mesh screen. And you can just kind of shake it upside down into the cap. I just kind of went right on. I don't like a lot of it. Nobody does really. And so I just like to just go in and just touch those spots. I don't need to powder my whole face because I have a very normal, not oily complexion. So it depends what you need it for. And this seems to be a very nice little powder. Okay, let's go on to the eyes now. We have the 9-piece eyeshadow palette in olive. Let me show you it first in the pan. Really pretty shades. This is only $24, which is pretty amazing. They really have this kind of midpoint, high-end feeling with a little bit less than high-end pricing, and I really appreciate that. Let me show you these shades in two different lights because it really does benefit from looking closely at these shades on my arm. So here we have it first in studio lighting. Take a look here. Just really pretty shades. There's some duochromes in there, some nice shifts, and a beautiful color story. And then let's take the shades outside into the warm California sunshine. I lie a little bit as it is actually kind of overcast this morning. The sun hasn't quite broken out yet. I live by the beach, so sometimes it takes it a little while. And we are going to put this eye look on since now I have everything else finished. We're going to do some blush, some lipstick, some setting spray. Okay, let's go ahead and take some Rephr brushes here. And I'm going to take the Rephr #1 brush and just go in here to this shade right here on the bottom. They do have names. And I am just going to go over this eye. We have 2 mascaras, and I think we're going to do 1 mascara on each eye, but I get ahead of myself if I talk about mascara already. Okay, so that is just kind of all over the eye, just a little bit of additional powder. No need to make brush laundry, so sticking with that same number 1 brush, I'm just going to go slightly darker, also into, ooh, these glide on beautifully, also into a matte shade, and they just glide on so nicely. I'm really happy with that. Taking the reference number 36 and just running that shade underneath. Okay, let's see. How about now we try one of these prettier shades? I want to take this super dark brown shade here, this kind of cocoa brown shade, and just emphasize a little bit of the outer part of the eye before we go into some of these fun shades here. Okay. All right, let's see. How about, ooh, we got some really pretty shades to work with. The first thing I want to do is I want to take this really pretty shade down here in this corner right here and just kind of put some of that onto the inside corner of the eye and maybe even run it onto the eye itself just a little bit. It's just kind of a really pretty golden shade, and I didn't want it to get lost in the shuffle. That's really pretty. And then how about back to this shade, this brush here, we're going to go into this really gorgeous olive shade here and just put that onto the outer side of the eye. It's laying nicely with that kind of cocoa brown shade I put down before, and I'm just going to put that into the middle of the eye as well a little bit. Pretty. Very, very, very pretty. And how about if I were to take the same brush and go into this duochrome here and just add that just to the center of the lid. Wow, this layers beautifully. Kind of reminds me of that grungy NARS 9-pan we had out a few seasons back, not too long ago. And this really builds very nicely and doesn't apply too heavily, not because the shadows are weak, but just because they're very, very buildable and nothing is muddying up on my eyes. Now you guys know I don't do very, fiercely prominent eye looks, so I'm definitely trying to go a bit darker than I normally would, but you know me, does not tend to be my look, but I'm very, very, very pleased with that. That is a very pretty, very buildable palette. Really, really pretty. Now Ciate London does make a really pretty winged eyeliner duo. Now I am not a winged eyeliner lady. My daughter is, and she absolutely loves these products. It's a dual-ended stamp. You guys have seen these before. So you line it up and then you can stamp the winged eyeliner. It makes it easier. And then there is a beautiful liquid pen. I stole these back from my daughter who's been already using and enjoying them, that you can connect with and make a lovely winged liner. So I do recommend that, and we'll have that listed below. I just don't tend to do a wing. But we definitely need mascara, and we have 2 of them here. We have the Wonderworld mascara and the Triple Shot mascara, and I think we're going to try the Triple Shot XXL mascara on this eye. I have already curled my eyelashes with my Refer curler, so I think we'll do one on each eye. Why not? So let's try this. This Triple Shot XXL has a kind of lengthening, it looks like, wand, and we'll try that out here. I love mascaras. I try so many. I have so many open ones, but lately, oh, this is beautiful. So this is both lengthening and thickening. So we're volumizing as well. Lately, I was saying I have so many that are open and so many that are good, but this is going to be, oh, this is very volumizing, living up to the XXL name, and definitely completing the look. Wow, that is super pretty. That is some volumizing. Wow, look at that. Wow. Okay, let's see what the Wonderwand mascara does. Both of these mascaras are $22. I've linked all this stuff below so you can take a look. Ooh, this also looks like it should be a volumizing. All right, let's compare the difference. Both of these are $22 mascaras. Both are beautiful, and it does look like this side, my left, I guess that would be your right, is much more lengthening, and this side is much more volumizing. It really depends what look you like, but that's very pretty. Sorry, I'm a little mismatched, but wow, and it really comes to life, and that eyeshadow palette, that 9-pan, is just really built up so beautifully. Okay, I want to look now at the Dewy Blush Glossy Cheek Tint. This comes in 4 shades, but they were kind enough to send me the shade Pomegranate. So I'm going to put Pomegranate here onto the back of my hand and let you guys take a look at it. So this is going to be a dewy blush, which I like because then I won't need any sort of a highlighter really. And I'm going to put a few dots. I brought a brush over, but I don't know if we'll need it. Let's see. I'm just gently going to use my hands and just kind of run it around and up. And if I feel there's too much on there, I can always tone it down by using my brush with my foundation on it, which I think I'll do. Let's just do 1 shade here. I don't mind overdoing it for you guys to see, but then there's taking a bath in it. And this is a very, very concentrated blush. Ooh! All right, let me tone it down on this side. I'll be right back. All I did off camera was just take my brush with any remnants of the foundation that I had and just kind of brush it over. And it's left, actually I kind of like to do that too because I feel it helps make it last. And it's left me with these really pretty glowy looking cheeks. And look at that color. I mean, 1 dot would do it. Look at that color. And that would be really pretty on lips as well. But I love how it's kind of sheared out in the face. And I actually like it overdone with a little bit of that leftover foundation over it. I think it's really left a really pretty glowy look. Okay, we have 2 different lip products to play with here. We have the Watermelon Burst Hydrating Lip Oil, which yes, does smell like watermelon, and yes, is beautiful. This is one of those for me that I would throw in my bag and just have with me if I'm feeling a little dry. And then there is the Bronze Glow Shimmering Lip Oil. Both are $15, which is, you know, for higher end beauty, very affordable. Let's try this Bronze Glow Shimmering Lip Oil. This is more of a clear. The Watermelon Burst is a little bit more of a kind of a clear look, but this one, let's try it. That is like a bronze clear. Super easy to apply, kind of sugary scented tasting in a good way. So nothing icky tasting, kind of getting a little bit of a sugar essence from it, which is super pretty. Wow, this is a beautiful look. I'm pretty impressed. And then we're going to set it all. This is a Watermelon Burst setting spray. It's also $22. Now this is a setting spray. It could be used to refresh, but I do often tell you guys that there is a difference in setting sprays and kind of refreshing or moisturizing, hydrating sprays. This one does bill itself as a setting spray. That means it will elongate the makeup wear. So let's see what the spritz is like before I try it. Oh, nice. Nice fine mist. Okay, let's try it together. Okay, we have that gentle watermelon scent, which I think is kind of nice and very summery. Like this feels like something you would want to put on at the beach. Maybe if you had your shoulders bronzed up or had some shimmer on it, this would just feel like so summery to spray on the shoulders to keep that look going. And it has definitely added a nice kind of refinement to my look. I held it very close, which it doesn't bother me. Probably should have been a little bit further away, but that's fine. It's added a really nice kind of refined glow to my look today, which is 100% Ciate London. I did use I used the Gucci foundation and the Tarte color corrector. And other than that, we have a face full of Ciate London, and I'm loving it. Now, I put all of these products down below linked so that you can try Ciate London as well for yourself. Really affordable, beautiful beauty, and I'm super thrilled that they sent this to me. I'm incredibly appreciative, and it was incredibly generous, and I am really, really happy with it. What a pretty look. And for every day for me, this would definitely be a go-to and feels like something I can just kind of go through and use every day and then replace quite easily. Really, really pretty. I'm super glad that they've gone into beauty. We all love them for their nail looks, but This is really something fun, and I love the price point. Tell me what you think below. Are you familiar with the brand, or is this the first time you've seen it? I would just love to know everything that you guys are thinking, because that's what makes us a community. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I sure hope that you did. Hey, if you haven't already done so, make sure that you subscribe to this channel so we can continue to grow. Come on over and say a big hello on Instagram and TikTok too. And don't forget that you can be involved more with this YouTube community by becoming a member here or by giving super thanks. But in any way that you are here, I'm just happy to see you, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Bye-bye. Thanks, Ciate London.